it's at your discretion when you dispose of property. You don't even have to do it by bid under the Code of Ordinances or the state code.
I couldn't remember how that all worked. And when I think about it, didn't he offer that amount to us?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But we also, and we kept easement through there too,
Right.
that area, because we need to have access to the river in that instance. So we kept easement through that area.
In this case,
We're not going to.
excuse me, sorry. In this case, since Mr. Jensen owns both sides of the property, we have to make sure he has access to both his sides. And we would have to maintain that and keep it open for him, even in the winter months, if we kept it as a city street. Is that not correct?
That'd be true.
Where in the case, if we just sell it to him, he can do more with that land since he owns both sides, goes back on the tax roll. It's actually, no matter what we get out of it. I would like to see that we don't have an expense of discarding it, if that's possible, but it sounds like that he would be interested in helping make sure he covers those things, so.
You can accept the bid subject to him paying all the legal expenses and also the abstracting expenses, and that would accomplish. But make sure you say that in your motion, because when we do the ordinance, it won't say that. It'll be subject to how you accept his bid in your motion.
I'd make the motion we accept Mr. Jensen's bid for the $5 and covering all costs, legal or publication costs incurred by the city.
I'd second that.
Okay, I have a motion by Hill, and I have a second by Schweitzer. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations, Jerry.
Now we need to go to motion on the hearing.
Setting the hearing.
Right.
Yep, now we need to do number one.
Okay, as we go back to date of hearing, January 14th, 2013, just as I stated before. Okay,
So moved.
a motion by Holland,
Second.
second by Davis. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Hearing set. Item 2, consideration of proposals for new motor for street sweepers. Steve, got some update on this?
Yeah, our current street sweeper, or it's a sweeper vacuum, actually has the motor has a cracked cylinder, and the motor needs to be replaced within the unit. It is an aging sweeper, and it is something that's been towards the top of our list to get replaced within the street department. What we're looking at right now is probably a best case scenario of actually about $12,000 to repair the motor. That's if the existing motor can be salvaged. If not, we're probably looking closer to $16,000. And there's also electrical issues that are going on in there, and fins in the back with the actual vacuum that pulls in the debris. So we're looking at a potential expense of about maybe $20,000 with that current vacuum that we have. I had a chance to speak with street superintendent earlier today, Tim Donnelly, and part of my fear was not having a street sweeper or vacuum coming into this spring time for cleanup. And so with that said, he informed me that we'd be able to, if we need to, rent or borrow, most likely borrow one for the springtime if we wanted to go ahead and plan and budget for a new machine here coming fiscal year 14, this coming July. So if we look to put about $20,000 into this vacuum or sweeper, we're most likely not to get that back out of it. So it's really just, I mean, tonight could be food for thought. We really don't have to act on it tonight, but it's something that I wanted to put out there for you to begin considering. Is that we either put about $20,000 into it now and get some more time out of it, or we decide not to put any money into it and replace it, which is, it's at that point now where it needs to be replaced. So
Do we know what the rental fees would be for a machine?
actually, I was told it would be free. It'd most likely be free, because if especially if we're interested in looking at a new machine, being able to test one out for a time,